With the winter transfer window rapidly approaching, many clubs are already setting their sights on new targets. Some clubs want to improve their squad depth, some are desperate to make money, while in some cases, the players and managers can't stand each other. We're in for a dramatic month of January, full of twists and turns, and you're about to hear it first before everyone else. In this video, we'll dissect 10 crazy transfers that could happen in the next month, and make sure you stay until the end, because the last two will leave you absolutely shocked. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Number 10, Rafael Varane to Bayern Munich. To say that Varane was furious after being benched against Man City would be a massive understatement. So much so that there are multiple sources claiming Varane and Ten Hag got into a heated verbal argument that didn't end well. It appears that Varane has fallen deep into the pecking order with Johnny Evans and Maguire above the French international, so it comes as no surprise that he wants to leave Old Trafford. There are multiple clubs interested in the French centre-back, with Man United receiving multiple inquiries from Saudi Arabia and Italy, but the player's preferred destination is Bayern Munich. The German club is monitoring his situation, but there are still some doubts that they are willing to pay €391,000 a week for a 30-year-old defender. Number 9, Gonçalo Inacio to Manchester United. On the other hand, with Varane's departure, it opens up a spot for another centre-back. Gonçalo Inacio has been on Ten Hag's shortlist for quite a while, and now seems like the ideal time to bring him in. The young Portuguese defender has exactly the profile that Ten Hag looks for, as he's currently one of the best centre-backs in the world when it comes to his passing accuracy. Given his close relationship with Bruno Fernandes, I wouldn't be surprised if the Red Devils captain convinced him to join him in the middle of the season. Number 8, Ivan Toney to Chelsea. It's about to be a wild January for Toney. Before being suspended due to his involvement with sports betting, Toney was having a stellar campaign with Brentford where he scored 21 goals. His ban will end this January though, and despite Brentford's best efforts to keep him, it will be extremely hard to do so. Arsenal have kept tabs on the English player for a long time, while Tottenham is also looking for an adequate Harry Kane replacement. But both clubs are about to be blown away by Chelsea. The Blues are preparing another massive bid and will most likely sway Toney away with a more lucrative contract, similarly to what they did with Caicedo and Modric in the past. Number 7, Pedro Neto to Arsenal. Despite his injury problems, Neto has been by far Wolverhampton's best player. Much of their peaceful Premier League campaign can be attributed to his creativity, but that saving grace could very soon disappear. Neto's stock has risen a lot in the past couple of months, and Arsenal look like the current frontrunners to buy the Portuguese winger. The Gunners already possess two extraordinary wingers in Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli, but Neto would add some much needed cover and make sure Arteta had more options in case the two talismans fall out of form. Number 6, Casemiro to Al Ahly. Yup, the Saudi Spanish sprees are far from over, and they appear to have their targets for the league's immediate future. Casemiro is clearly out of favor at Man United, as his performances in his second season have been extremely disappointing. With Ten Hag looking at the future, Casemiro is one of those names that the Red Devils won't mind letting go as soon as possible in order to clear his high wages and to open doors for exciting young talent. However, they will still ask for a lucrative fee that could go up to €40 million. But if that doesn't work out, Al Ahly has arguably an even bigger name in mind. Number 5, Luka Modric to Al Ahly. Many speculated that Modric could leave the Spanish capital last summer, but against the odds, he ended up staying. The Croatian maestro felt like he could still be a valuable player for Real, despite the emergence of a new generation of world-class midfielders, but after spending much of the season on the bench, I'm confident he'll at least rethink his options. His contract will end on June 2024, but both Al Ahly and Al Ittihad want to count with his service before that happens. If Modric is really leaving for Al Ahly, then Real Madrid will still be able to make some money with his departure, something almost unthinkable when you picture a player of his age. Number 4, Leroy Sane to Liverpool. The Reds can still count with Mohamed Salah, but it appears that they are already planning his replacement. At 31 years old, Salah is still a world-class player, but his destiny appears to be sealed. A move to the Middle East is definitely on the horizon, and Liverpool want to transition to a new era as smoothly as possible. Therefore, they want to sign Sane as soon as possible. The German international has been one of Bayern's best players this season, with 16 goal contributions in 19 matches, and would fit in perfectly in Salah's role. Furthermore, Sane can already count several successful Premier League seasons under his belt, and that experience is extremely valuable in such a high-pressure environment. Number 3, Dominic Calvert-Lewin to Newcastle. Another nail in the coffin for Everton, but unfortunately for the Toffees, this one might prove to be true. Newcastle have been monitoring Calvert-Lewin for a while now, and due to Everton's precarious financial situation, they might just be able to snatch him up on a bargain. The 26-year-old fits exactly into Eddie Howe's demands for a striker, and the only thing stopping this deal from happening is the fact that Newcastle already possess both Isak and Wilson for that position. Either way, if the club progresses to the round of 16 of the Champions League, they will undoubtedly need to improve their squad depth, and a deal for the Everton star appears to be too good to refuse. Number 2. Kylian Mbappe to Chelsea. Yup, many of these last transfers were already groundbreaking, but this one might be impossible to top. Mbappe will be able to discuss terms with clubs starting this January, and against the odds, Chelsea might be the ones to get him instead of Real Madrid. Todd Boehly is planning to further improve the squad and turn the club into world beaters once and for all, but in order to achieve it, they need a star to lead the pack. Plus, it's pretty evident that Chelsea lack goal-scoring machines and Mbappe would absolutely guarantee some goals. Still, it's important to note that this transfer won't happen in January. However, it could very well be publicly or secretly agreed and come into effect in the next summer. Number 1. Mauro Icardi to Real Madrid. In another shocking twist, Mauro Icardi is on his way to Santiago Bernabeu. Following Vinicius' injury, Carlo Ancelotti started considering other attacking options for the club. The goal was to find someone experienced that could be an immediate help for the squad, and in his eyes, the perfect fit is Mauro Icardi. Ironically, Real were close to signing him in the past, and the only reason why they didn't choose to do so was because of his wife Wanda Nara, as she was notorious for getting in the club's business and frequently went on public rants during Icardi's time in Inter. But nowadays, Mauro and Wanda are separated, so that is no longer an issue. Plus, Icardi's performances with Galatasaray have been impressive, and is clearly showing some much needed signs of maturity and consistency. 16 goals in 21 matches this season should be decent enough to earn him a short-term contract with Real, and who knows, maybe we'll witness an incredible comeback by the Argentine. And that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed the ride. If you did, make sure you leave a like so I know you want to watch more content like this, and subscribe to Throne FC so you never miss the most interesting football discussions, stories, and news. Comment other transfers that you think might happen, and as always, thank you for watching until the end. I appreciate you, and I will see you soon.